Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be continuing my underrated brand series, and keeping with the drugstore theme, I thought it would be fun to talk about Jordana Cosmetics because they're a drugstore brand that really I don't hear anybody talking about, and they're kind of hard to find these days because they're no longer sold at Walgreens, which I am so bummed about. I used to love just running in there and grabbing my Best Lash Extreme mascara, and now I have to order everything from the website. So anyway, just like I've done with the other brands in this series, I'll go through a quick history of the brand and let you know the backstory and how it came to be, and then I'll dive into some of my favorite products. So if you'd like to just skip right to the product part, I'll put a timestamp on the screen right there so that you can just go ahead and skip all of the history stuff. So Jordana was started in 1985. It's kind of hard to believe they've been around that long. I didn't know of them back when I was growing up, but it was founded by a man named Solomon Bijou, and he lived in New York and lived through the Great Depression. He fought in World War II, and he wanted to start a business with products manufactured here in the United States. He just felt very strongly about purchasing products made here in the US because he felt like it helped the economy and gave people who live here jobs. So he was very big on that. So when he started Jordana, he insisted that the products be made here in the US, but also at a really affordable price point. He believed that everybody should be able to afford luxury cosmetics, so he pursued the finest and the best quality ingredients. So when he was ready to retire, his daughter Lori and son Ralph took over the business, and Lori had previously been an elementary school art teacher in the inner city in Los Angeles. So in an interview that I had seen with her, she said that her art background really helped her to transition into the makeup world because of her appreciation for color and detail. So in 2002, they launched Jordana's sister brand, Milani, which everybody knows about Milani, and a lot of people don't know that Jordana is the same company. I found that out years ago when I was at Walgreens and I couldn't find the mascara that I mentioned, and I had to order it from their website, and the box came in and it said Milani on it, and I was like, what? And I actually looked it up and found this out. So I thought that was really cool, and it's kind of like a little known fact. So today, most of their products are still made in the United States, which is awesome, with the exception of their pencils, like their eyeliner pencils, brow pencils. Those are made in Germany, and then mascara that's made in Italy. So anyway, now let's go ahead and dive into some of my favorite products from Jordana. Alright, so why don't we start out with one of my favorite products, and that is their pressed powder blushes. These are only $2.99, so they're super affordable, and they come in like 20 different colors, so there's really something for everybody, for all skin tones, and the colors are just beautiful. They have a really nice, soft, easy to blend kind of a texture. I find them to be really easy to pick up with a brush, and they're pigmented, but not overly pigmented, so you can definitely build them up to your desired result if you want to. Some of my favorite shades that I wear all the time are Tawny Beige, Touch of Pink, Coral Sandy Beach, Rose Silk, and some of these have more of a matte finish while others have a satiny finish, but there's nothing that has a ton of shimmer, nothing with glitter in it or anything. So if you don't like those types of finishes, I think you'll really enjoy these even more. And I've always felt that there are so many amazing formulas like this at the drugstore, it almost doesn't make sense to go and buy anything high-end. Another amazing option if you like a cream blush are these Triple Play All Over Color. These are $4.99, and they're supposed to be used on cheeks, lips, and eyes. And honestly, the formula of these is so good. Cream blushes can be hit or miss for me. I really tend to like the ones that dry down to more of a powdery finish. I don't like a sticky blush. I don't like to feel it sitting on my face. And I find that those stickier formulas can lift up your foundation underneath, and these do not do that at all. They're so silky and seamless. They feel like nothing once you put them on. And because they're not a sticky, super emollient formula, you can use them on your eyes because they dry to that powdery finish. But at the same time, they don't feel dry at all. They're just a really amazing formula, and I haven't found anything else quite like these before. I mean, there are plenty of other blush sticks that I like, but these just have a formula all their own because of how weightless they are and how easily they blend. They even work pretty well on my lips. I was not expecting them to because of that powdery finish. I thought they'd be a little bit dry, but they actually work pretty well. So, I mean, these, you honestly can't beat them. So I'll quickly show you the two shades that I have. I have Spicy Rose, which is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. And then I also have Petal Pink, which I feel like isn't quite pink as much as it is like a peachy color, but it's really, really beautiful for summer, especially if you have a lighter skin tone. They do have other options on their website, so definitely recommend checking these out. Next up, I could not make a Jordana video without talking about the Best Lash Extreme Mascara. So I've been using this for so many years now, probably like 10 years. This one is only $3.99 and most of the drugstore brands mascaras are close to 10 bucks and some of them are even over that. So this was just my go-to and it was an amazing formula as well. I love the brush on this one because it's super skinny and small and it helps me to just get right to the root of my lashes, which I love. I can just coat every single lash. And it's a traditional mascara wand, so it isn't one of the hard pokey ones. It's like really soft and the bristles are really densely packed together so you don't get clumps at all and it really like grips your lashes as you're combing them through. I find that with this one, when I first get the tube, it usually doesn't give me as good a results as it does after a couple days when it slightly starts to dry out a little bit. That's when I get the biggest lashes. Not that it's bad when I first open the tube, but I find that with a lot of mascaras that I like them better after about a week of use. So if you end up trying this one, I would just give it like a week or so to kind of settle in, but I love to just build this one up. You can build up multiple coats without any type of clumping at all, and it just gives me really big lashes with lots of volume and length. Next, when it comes to brows, I have two different products to share with you. The first one is Fabubrow Eyebrow Pencil. So I have mine in the shade Light Taupe, and this one is actually a brow pencil that you have to sharpen. So usually I like to use the little micro brow pencils that are twist up, but what I like about this, number one, is that you can sharpen it to a super fine point and you can always keep it sharpened if you want to. So when I have to fill in hairs like in the inner corners of my brows, I can draw like really hair-like strokes with it because I get the tips so fine. And also, this is a super creamy brow pencil. You hardly have to touch it to your skin and it just draws on so easily. And it also has the built-in brush on the end of the cap. So it doesn't have a spoolie, but at least they do give you that as well. So for $2.99, I mean, it's a super inexpensive brow pencil. If you like a really creamy formula, definitely check this one out as well. Another brow product I really like from Jordana is their Feather Brow. So this is $4.99. Some brow gels make your brows feel like really stiff or they flake, and this one doesn't do that. Like my brows still feel really soft. They basically feel like there's nothing in them at all, yet it gives great hold at the same time. And it has this little teeny tiny brush very similar to Benefit's Gimme Brow, or also the one from Essence. I have mine in the shade Blonde and I find that it works really well. I don't usually like to add too much color to my brows because I don't want them to be super dark. This one gives me just a little hint of color and also hold, so I really like this one too. Alright, and then moving on to lips, I have another product that I've been using for many years now, and that is the Twist and Shine Moisturizing Balm Stain. So I've pretty much tried every shade they have over the years. Right now I just have two different ones. I have Nude Chic and Sweet Pink. So interestingly, the Nude Chic doesn't have a scent to it at all. This one has like a very slight sweet scent. It almost reminds me of like sugar. I don't know, it's not vanilla, but it just smells like sweet to me. It's hard to describe, but it's not fruity, it's not floral, it's actually very pleasant and it's barely detectable. So if you like the ColourPop lip crayons, but you hate that like papaya scent that they have, you might want to check these out. And these are actually very long lasting on the lips as well. They call them a balm stain because once the shine wears away, the color is actually left behind for quite a long time. I'm wearing the Nude Chic one today, and one thing I love about this is that it's a cool toned nude, which is really hard to find. I feel like a lot of nude shades are more warm or the like yellow or orange base. And this one, like, even though it sounds weird, it almost has like a grayish tone to it, but I really love it. As somebody who has cool toned skin, I feel like it works really well with my coloring. I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but for me, I've always felt like this is a really unique nude. So I'll go ahead and just show you swatches of these two shades really quick. Sweet Pink comes off in a swatch looking like Pepto-Bismol pink or like a bubblegum pink, but they're actually very sheer. So I find that just a really sheer wash of this one doesn't look super crazy on me. But you can also layer these up and kind of build them up to full color, which is what I did with the Nude Chic one today. So I do think they're really versatile, and I love how long lasting they are. They also don't feel sticky on your lips. They feel really moisturizing. Also, I don't know if I mentioned the price, but these are like $3.99, so they're even more affordable than the ColourPop ones. And then the last thing I want to talk about is also a lip product. This is the Pigment Shine Liquid Lip Color. So these are not matte liquid lipsticks. They're actually those ones that are kind of like a cross between a gloss and a liquid lipstick. They're very comfortable to wear. They almost have like a gel texture to them, so they're super lightweight. You can hardly feel them on your lips at all. They're not sticky or gloppy like a gloss would be. And I think that's my favorite thing about them, is that you can't feel them on your lips. They do have a little bit of shine when you first apply them, and then it kind of wears away throughout the day. Now, these do transfer. They're not transfer proof, so they're like a lip gloss in that way. But I do find that they last a little bit longer than a traditional lip gloss because they're not as sheer, and it does leave a little bit of color behind on your lips once the shine wears away. So let me go ahead and show you the swatches of the two that I have. One of them is a really beautiful kind of rosy mauve shade, and then the other one is more of like a terracotta, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And if I didn't mention the price of these, they're only $4.99, so again, a really good deal. So anyway, guys, those are just some of my favorites from Jordana. They do have a bunch more products on their website, including foundation, concealer. They have eyeshadow palettes, but I wouldn't recommend those just because I don't feel like the pigmentation is there, which is kind of a bummer because they remind me a lot of the Milani Everyday Eyes. So when I bought them initially, I was expecting them to be very similar to those, and I love Milani's older formula, but sadly these just don't have the pigmentation behind them, so I would skip those. And as far as the foundation and concealer, I haven't tried that in many years. I don't have it with me, so I can't really remember what my thoughts were on that. I might end up buying it again just to see. But when it comes to the products I mentioned in this video, I feel like you cannot go wrong with any of them. They're all amazing and definitely tried and true for me over the years. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear your favorite Jordana products down in the comments below, or just your thoughts on this brand in general. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here in the corner of your screen, and I'll see you all in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.